is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The legend, that is Alain Poupart. How you feeling, baby? You're covering a team that's 5-0 in their last 5 games. Got to be more fun to write about winning than losing. That's for damn sure.
And soon to be 6-0 in their last 6 games when they come back in 2 weeks. No, I'm having, like I wrote yesterday in my game prediction. By the way, I predicted 20-9 Dolphins. Thank you very much.
Nice. There you go. I like it.
Yeah, like I wrote, it's like I got 2020 vibes all over again. It's the same team playing great defense. The offense is doing what it needs to do at key moments, especially. And they've been the one part that to me, where I've been really impressed with the offense has been the ability to close out games and come up with drives at the end. Like the one today after the Giants made it 17-9.
That's right. To end the half and to end the game is what you're saying, young man. That's what you're saying. This game, they did that twice. To end the half, there was they took off 3 minutes and 52 seconds and left 26 measly seconds for the G-men to do nothing with it. You are correct, and you know it's a twisted thing, Alan, because I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this, but it is so dangerous. Like in years past with the quarterbacks that normally Miami had, you didn't want to be involved in 11, 12, and 15 play drives because those guys weren't accurate enough and consistent enough to help you do those kind of things. But this dude, this dude is like Tom Brady, is like Joe Montana. It's like it's like some of those great. I'm not saying that he's those guys, but I'm saying he has the quality like those guys, that he can be deadly accurate, that he can systematically pick you apart and heading downfield and chew up the clock, which is what you're talking about because they're not doing it with the running game.
But here's the thing, though, what they've done. No, I agree. Let me first say with your point. I agree because Tua was at his best in that 2-minute drive at the end of the first half, and again, it's just extraordinarily efficient. And I know I'm one who's like try to apply some nuance, and everybody like I know like looks at the stats and all that. Dolphins didn't get 300 yards today on offense, which you would look at that and go, wow, that's not impressive. But they were very efficient at the key moments, including that last minute, that 2-minute drive at the end of the first half. And in the fourth quarter, while the conversions were all on passing plays, they were set up to not have third, and they were not behind the sticks, as they say, because the running game was getting 3 or 4 yards. So it was again, and also the running game was efficient. You look at the final numbers of the running game, and they're really poor. I think it's exactly 3 yards a carry or something. But it was efficient, and that's what the offense just needs to be right now, is efficient because of the way the defense is playing, which again is 2020 all over again. There will come a time, however, when that's not going to be enough.
Of course. The better teams.
Correct. But for now, and against the Jets, the formula is going to work. It can work against the Saints if it's Trevor Siemian at quarterback, without question. Tennessee might be a little trickier, even if they don't have Derrick Henry. But for those next 2 games, again, very easy to see the Dolphins being 8-7 heading into the final 2.
I'm with you there. Alain Poupart, of course, joining us with the Sports Grill Miami Dolphins Insider Report. Remember, you can follow him on Twitter at Poupart NFL, and more importantly, subscribe to the Sports Illustrated or bookmark Sports Illustrated. Bookmark it, baby. Save it so you can get everything there from him. Overall, it looked like Waddle was all right? Because it looked like he got tweaked when he was trying to get up and got tackled, because it looked like his legs were crossed a little bit. That's where it looked like he got hurt, which, again, it wasn't a dirty play by the DB. It was smart because nobody had touched Waddle. He would have had a shot to actually get up and run on that one.
Fox telecast said it was only cramps, so good news there.
Yeah. Okay.
Patrick Laird doesn't look good. When they rule out somebody with an injury as quickly as they did,
yeah,
that's not a good sign. As much as I like Patrick Laird, that because of everything he does, if we're going to be honest, it's not like a significant loss if the injury does wind up being serious.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. That's the good thing that I mean, and again, the kid played well. Devontae Parker coming back, helped out. He and Tua had the back shoulder thing, especially the second one. Man, the second one was so clutch. They really needed that one on that drive. But two really nice back shoulder throws by Tua and two excellent catches by Parker, of course.
Yeah, I thought the first one was more 50-50, like in terms of quarterback receiver working together. The second one was just a stupid good catch by Parker.
And a great anticipatory throw by Tua also. He's kind of throwing to a spot that he expects him to be there to catch it back shoulder. You know, that anticipation, again, that's a gift. It's a gift.
Like I said, to me, that was more Parker. Like I said, it looked to me from where I was watching it that the first throw was clearly intended to be a back shoulder,
right?
And for Parker to make that play. The second throw didn't look to me as much as that's what it was, as opposed to I'm going to put it up there and let Devontae win the one-on-one battle, and Parker just made a spectacular catch because he had to completely contort his body and keep his feet in bounds.
Right, but it was the only place you could put it, so that way the DB couldn't come back to make a play. I mean, I'm just saying, it just
I know
a little bit of both.
You want to go like this? I'm not going like this on that throw. I'm going to go like this on the catch, not on the throw.
Okay, all right, I got you. Jalen Phillips, 8.5 sacks now. That's a rookie record. Mm-hmm. For all the JT comparisons and all that kind of stuff. Well, this kid's already surpassed JT and everybody else that's been a rookie in a Miami Dolphin uniform at defensive end.
And they're letting him do this.
Yes.
And that's made a big difference. And one of those sacks was a great play by him. And then there was one where, I don't know what the hell the Giants guard was doing.
Oh, that was a great design that they had him shoot in. Oh no, it was the Butler.
That was the Butler sack. The one I'm talking about is the one where Will Hernandez just.
Yeah, that was a great design, dude.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, it was a nice twist.
Phillips became the decoy, and they doubled him when he shot inside, and then that allowed Butler to go outside in, and that was a really nice design, dude. There's no doubt that's the way that play was designed. That was smart.
No, correct. And that's the Giants got one of their two sacks the same way. But it goes to everything the Dolphins are doing on defense. I mean, they're playing sick defense. Again, if we're going to be honest, they played like a Giants team that's horrible on offense to begin with, and they didn't have Daniel Jones and Sterling Shepard and Kadarius Toney, and Mike Glennon missed a wide open Evan Ingram after he got behind the defense, and he missed John Ross on a short crosser that could have been ugly because that dude can run, and one of the DBs got rubbed out, and the dude was wide open, and Glennon couldn't hit him 8 yards down the field. But those plays aside, the defense is playing completely sick football these days, and it's going to keep him in every single solitary game, or at least it should.
And by the way, sometimes you also have to give the opponent some credit. The Giants' defense wasn't terrible either today. They actually made some plays and made it a lot harder for the Miami Dolphins overall. So I know that the Dolphins didn't put up a lot of yards, but we also have to give the Giants a little credit, man. They made some plays in that game.
No, the Giants' defense has been very good the last 5 games, except for the Tampa Bay, I think it was the Monday night game. Yeah, the Tampa Bay game, they weren't competitive, but every other game, I mean, they made Patrick Mahomes look very, very ordinary in that Monday night game before they lost. So, no, the Giants actually are very competitive on defense. Their offense is just not very impressive.
What'd you think on the drive before the half where Tua goes 11 of 12 in that drive there? And remember, the only drop was the Gesicki hit in the face mask. Mm-hmm. That should have been a completion on that drive.
No, it was very impressive, very efficient. And again, everything is short throws except for the one to Parker on the back shoulder throw. That was really good. And I'm going to say this for Tua. He wasn't helped by his receivers because there was like 2 or 3 drops. He had Wall on the slant where he was looking up too quickly. He had Wilson that's not going to go as a drop because the DB got his hand on there.
Oh, that was a good play by the DB, man.
It did look like Wilson secured it very, very well immediately. So
I don't think he had the time, dude. It seemed like the second he caught it, it got batted down right. I mean, I'd love to blame Albert Wilson for this just to have a little fun with it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I would love to blame him, but I'm a fair dude. I got to give the a lot of credit on that one, man. I thought he made a beautiful timing play, as frustrating as it was for Dolphins.
I agree, and I'm supposed to be the Tua hater, and to me, I want to give Tua a little bit of a break on that one where I'm not calling it a drop, but I think had Wilson secured it a little bit better right at the play. But like bottom line, though, it was a good play by the Giants.
Yeah,
the Giants DB.
Tight window. By the way, there was a Hunter Long sighting. Holy crap.
Caught a ball.
Wow.
Shocking.
Damn.
Yep.
Right. That was good.
They don't need him to catch passes, let's be honest. I mean, seriously.
No, I know, but it would be nice to find out if he can. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see him kind of develop a little bit here so you can feel a little better, because in a way, you've kind of put yourself in a corner that if you're the front office, it's not like you were able to develop somebody that you can tell Mike, oh yeah, no, Mike, see you later. No, that'll be a major loss. So, I'm hoping they sign Mike Gesicki anyway from the get-go. But if you would have developed Long and he would have looked really good, then you can say, well, we're going to move on, because that's what you thought. Remember at the beginning of the year, you kind of thought the Hunter Long thing was to exit, from Gesicki. But right now, God, outside of Waddle and Gesicki, those are your two most reliable. And of course, my boy Matt Collins, who never gets any respect like Rodney Dangerfield. But anyway.
And Parker when he's in the lineup.
Yeah, but that's a problem. When, you know what I'm saying? The reliability is a problem with him. But I'm just saying, with Gesicki now, you're kind of in this thing that he's a guy you got to bring back right now because you can count on him.
But are you so sure that it happens? Because I'm not.
You're still not sure he comes back?
No, I'm not sure he comes back.
Okay. I mean, that's one move. Hey, listen, I wouldn't bring back Flo, but I'd bring back Gesicki. That's just me, but whatever,
Well, they won 5 in a row. Flo's not going anywhere.
No, I know that they probably will keep him, which will be a mistake for Chris Greer. But hey, man, if you want to take that chance, go ahead. Keep a coach that can't build a staff. That's a whole different ballgame if you want to keep doing that. What else stood out to you in this game that you liked?
Well, before I talk about that, strange comment to make when they won 5 in a row. But okay, I know your feelings.
If you can't build a staff, you can't be a head coach, bro.
But they've won 5 in a row, and they were 10-6 last year, so he's doing something right. Anyway, back to your original. You know what stood out to me, and this is like, and this is me being Mr. Negative. I hate to rag on the guy on a day when he sets the Dolphins rookie reception record, but I think I would get Jalen Waddle away from returns. He doesn't do anything for me in that department, and he's way too valuable on offense to take the risk of him getting injured.
I agree.
I'm sure they can find another kickoff returner for however many there are in a game anyway. And I know against the Dolphins, there are never any returns because Jason Sanders is a touchback every time. And as a punt returner, I much prefer Javon Holland than I do.
But both are very valuable, right? I mean, it's like,
no, correct.
I'd like to get somebody else that's a receiver type of, fourth, fifth receiver that actually can do that job. That would be nice. They did have a guy, but I guess they didn't want to keep that guy. So I'm hoping they
fumbled. So what else stood out to me? Mike Glennon's audacity in trying to force passes into double coverage against X on top of everything else. It's like bad enough that it's the guy's double covered and he's trying to hit against X. And then the one in the end zone, Javon Holland came in the back and probably should have had a pick. That stood out to me. Andrew Van Ginkel keeps standing out to me, man. He is balling like nobody's business. And it's like the first 6 or 7 games, I'm like, what the hell happened to that guy? And then the last, well, it can't be all usage. I understand it.
Maybe it's the scheme, man. You changed the scheme and it opened it up for Van Ginkel and for Jalen Phillips. Guys like that now.
Here's the other thing also. Remember that in training camp, Van Ginkel had a back issue. And he also showed up on the injury report at some point during the year. I don't remember exactly when, with a back thing. So, excuse me. Is it possible that he wasn't completely healthy? I don't know. But to me, he looks like, and I understand that he's more balls to the wall, straight ahead, go after the quarterback. But he still was doing a lot of that early on. And he, to me, wasn't nearly as effective as he's been lately. And I mean, guy's been incredible. He's been as good as anybody on that defense, even though he doesn't necessarily get the numbers. But he is a factor every single solitary game.
Yeah, no, he was close today, man. Several times he was close. I was feeling it for him. I was telling Sean, I would point it out, damn, man, Ginkgo's right there, dude. He's almost there, and he almost ended up getting it. All right, what are you working on at Sports Illustrated so folks can check you out, my friend?
Everything and anything. I already had a couple of things up today. I'm going to do my obligatory 5 biggest plays, and I'm going to do some quick reactions to this win.
By the way, Jakeem Grant Sr., 1 return for 8 yards today, so he was strong. I want you to know. I just want to make sure.
They sorely miss him. They sorely miss him.
But then again, he was the leading receiver of the team, 5 for 62 and a touchdown. See, I knew you were going to jam on me on the special teams, but he was the leading receiver for the Bears today.
Who lost again?
5 for 62 and a touchdown by Jakeem Grant. Doing it all, baby. It's not his fault. He tried to carry them as much as he could, the little guy. You know, he tried.
You're funny.
All right, brother. You be good out there, all right?
Back at you.
You got it. Follow him on Twitter at Poupart NFL, that is, or Sports Grill, Miami Dolphins Insider Report.
This is the Big O Show.